All right, fans, welcome to Dr. C. Keith Connor Field here on a beautiful Friday evening. First pitch scheduled for 6 o'clock. Got a partly sunny sky here and no breeze to speak of. In game one of today's first game of the three-game series, as Belmont Abbey Crusaders visit Central South Carolina. Your battery for the Warriors today is on the mound will be Bo Shaw. Behind the plate, Dawson Posick. And around the infield, starting over at first base this time, Josh Asbel will be anchoring down first base. He moves over from his traditional position of shortstop. DJ Ludwig is at second base. Sean Sute at shortstop. And Jordan Montgomery anchors down third base. Left to right in the outfield, Parker Pillsbury in left field, Ty King Richards in center field, and Chance Fogle will be out in right field, and I believe Will Pitts is a designated hitter for the Warriors today. Sean Johnson, the leadoff hitter for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. Brings a .376 average in, 12 home runs. He's second on the team in home runs and 34 RBIs. And the first pitch from the graduate student Bo Shaw is off down in the dirt, so Johnson starts off with a 1-0 count. Johnson comes to Belmont Abbey all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. As we mentioned, he's second on the team in home runs, just one behind Ben Ferguson. Johnson has 34 RBIs, so he's third on the team in RBIs, so a productive leadoff hitter for the Crusaders. Shaw with a look in, and that's going to be a pop-up. Right center field, Chance Fogle is over, and he retires the leadoff hitter. Adam Overcash steps in. He's batting .314 with 5 home runs, 39 RBIs. Crusaders bring in 62 home runs thus far in the season and a high pop fly just beyond second base, and Ludwig retires Overcash. Bo Shaw making his 17th appearance, his 8th start on the season. He comes in with a 1-3 record, 8.53 earned run average. And the Crusaders' leading hitter in Ben Ferguson. At the plate with a .383 average, 13 home runs, 44 RBIs. Ferguson, top 15 in the conference batting average, and actually leads the Conference Carolinas with 13 home runs. So Ferguson obviously having a good season here, and he'll ground out to DJ Ludwig, and just like that, DJ Ludwig has quite the half inning. And Bo Shaw retires the first 3 hitters he sees. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. Warriors coming to bat.
Carolinas.
Long weekends, we can spend a little bit of time by the river playing Alabama songs we can dance to. Forget about the morning, we can worry about it Monday, so for now there's nothing more than we have to. I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking that we should all take the day.
Hey fans, welcome back to Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. Jason White on the mound for the Crusaders. He comes in with a 3.75 ERA. He's 7-3 on the season. Leading off for the Warriors is going to be Chance Fogle. As I mentioned, Chance Fogle leading off for the Warriors. Chance comes in today. Having a little bit of technical difficulties here. Bear with us. We'll get back in sync, and Ty King Richards at the plate now for Southern Wesleyan. Ty comes in hitting .322. He's raised his average substantially since the first half of the season. No home runs, 23 RBIs, and he is, I believe, tied for second on the team in RBIs. So, productive hitter with runners in scoring position. You don't see a player leading the team or tied for the league, our team RBI lead, with no home runs much at all. So he's took advantage of every opportunity he's had with runners in scoring position. So Beauchamp retired the first three hitters he saw on the top of the first inning, and White attempting to do the same. And just like that, we are at a 2-2 count now on Ty King Richards. This ball is going to be down in the dirt. Gets away from risk behind the plate. Full count for Ty. There's a nice play. Shortstop Ben Gobble. This will bring Parker Pillsbury to the plate. Pillsbury hitting .307, his 28th appearance and 28th start on the season. Just shy of 100 RBIs. And Parker swings and fouls this one off his leg. 4 home runs on the season. Majority of those have come here in the last 2.5 weeks. He's gotten warmed up in the month of April. Parker from the Sunshine State of Florida, so he's played the majority of his baseball in warm weather. And typically batting average and power production goes up in the month of April during his career at Southern Wesleyan. Crusaders are straight up in the infield and the outfield. We'll see if they will do like many conference teams have on the left-handed hitters for Southern Wesleyan. They'll do a two-strike shift to the pull position, which typically you don't see very often, but a couple of teams have already done that this season. Should Pillsbury reach, Will Pitts will get an at bat here in the first inning. Pitts battling a finger injury. That's restricting him from being able to catch. Probably won't catch this weekend, but he is able to swing, so he'll fulfill the DH role, and Pillsbury goes down swinging. So we've got a quick 3-up, 3-down for both pitchers here in the first inning. We'll take a break, be back in the second. We are scoreless here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field.
Wake up and focus. Awaken your dreams. Awaken your soul. Awaken your purpose. This, Southern Wesleyan University.
Place for you, where your dreams and future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where servant leaders of the next generation are grown, and where your story can be written and change the course of history.
Scoreless inning in the first inning. Beauchamp back out on the mound for the Warriors, and he'll start Ben Gobble, shortstop for the Crusaders, off with a strike. Ben Goebel gets on base to lead off for the Crusaders, and he's puts himself in scoring position right away. Cale Rame hitting .330. 3 home runs, 24 RBIs, and as we mentioned, Crusaders have 62 home runs on the season. Rame's 27th start. He's appeared now in 32 games on the season. Conservative lead out there for Goebel. 3-1 count now on Rame. Shaw with a long look in on the mound for the Warriors. Sute kind of in a pull position directly behind Goebel at second base, and that one's going to be lined out to Asbel, and he'll throw quickly over to Sute to double off Goebel there at second. So nice change of events there for the Warriors. Asbel over at first today. He's kind of been battling a nagging shoulder injury all season as well. So it is senior weekend here at Southern Wesleyan, so it could be an opportunity to get more seniors in, but also an opportunity to limit the throws that Asbel has to make over the course of the game and weekend. Zach Alert is going to pop up to center field, and Ty King Richards is going to retire him with a fly out to center. So that takes care of the Crusaders in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom half. Still scoreless. Head to the bottom of the second inning here. Will Pitts, the designated hitter, leading off for the Warriors, and he's going to send this one to left field and just going to be short of the fence. So Will jumping on the first pitch that he saw, and left fielder Overcash struggled a little bit with the sun. You're playing a game here at the Con at this time of day in April. The sun is pretty rough for the third baseman and the left fielder. He struggled a little bit, but it just short-hopped the wall out there in left field. So Will Pitts puts himself in scoring position. And this will bring up DJ Ludwig, or rather Josh Asbel. As we mentioned, Asbel playing first base today, battling some shoulder issues throughout the spring. And the graduate student from Charleston Southern pops this one up just beyond shortstop. And Overcash comes in and calls off shortstop Goebel there. And Goebel was set up to make the play. Overcash came in and finished it off for him. Now DJ Ludwig makes his way to the plate. Wheel with a sizable secondary lead at second base. Ludwig comes in hitting .223. This is his 40th start on the season. 44th game for the Warriors. So there's a few guys in the lineup today that have played in 40-plus. Fogel, Ty King Richards, And this is actually Galloway, or rather it's played in 39, so this is going to get Pitts in, and the ball is going to get through the infield, but DJ Ludwig with the RBI single, and this brings up Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery playing third base today. Montgomery hitting .253, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. There's a pitch, and Ludwig off, and he will be thrown out. Head first slide there. Almost with the swim move, but couldn't avoid the tag. Pitch on Montgomery up and in. Montgomery's 30th start on the season. And this one's fouled off just in front of the on-deck hitter Dawson Posick, who will bat provided Montgomery reaches safely. The Warriors pick up a run on a RBI single off the bat of DJ Ludwig, so we'll head to the third inning. Warriors are first to put a run up on the board, 1-0, Southern Wesleyan.
To McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Connor Tucker from Stanfield, North Carolina, takes the first pitch he sees up and over the Abbey dugout. Crusaders are in first base dugout here at the Con. So Shaw will get a new baseball from the umpire and start back over here. Tucker comes in hitting .257, just shy of .260. 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. He has 4 stolen bases to his credit. Crusaders don't run that often. They rely more on the long ball than anything. And here's a hard hit ball just out of the reach of a diving Asbel, so that should be a stand-up double there for Tucker as he comes in. Jackson Risk, the catcher in today's game. He has 1 home run, 5 RBIs to his credit. Hitting .214 on the season. This is his 4th start. So Jackson getting an opportunity to get some playing time here in the first game of the series. We'll get you caught up in a little bit with action across the conference. All the other teams in the conference are playing today and tomorrow. I believe Barton and Mount Olive are actually going Saturday, Sunday this weekend. Only one more weekend left in the regular season as Risk takes this one on the outer half for a strike. The conference tournament will crank up. Be held back up in Wilson, North Carolina again this year. Sute in the pull position just behind runner at second base, and once again the Crusaders have runners in scoring position, this time with no outs. Last inning, a good play by Asbel. Picks off the line drive and doubled off Goebel at second. So Risk swinging from the left side as well, and Posick caught that one a little awkwardly. Might have gotten crossed up there. Kind of prevented the umpire. So 3-1 count now. Shaw with a long look in, and Risk calls timeout, but was taking just a little bit longer than he needed in terms of Risk. Ty King Richards in center field, just at the first base side of second, and that one going to fall in for ball 4. So I think Posick and Shaw having a little bit of communication issues there. Like a couple of times Posick might have gotten crossed up. So runners at first and second now with no outs, and this brings up Patrick Taylor. Taylor hitting 200, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. He's starting in his 42nd game here this afternoon. Or rather this evening. We are approaching the 6:30 mark. Warriors anticipating a bunt, putting the wheel play on. And a ground ball out to Sute. He makes a good play. The only play he really had was the force play at third base. So a nice play by Sean there to retire the lead runner. This brings back up the leadoff hitter, Sean Johnson. So a nice play there by Sean Sute at shortstop. Ground ball in the 5-6, took him toward third. Fortunately, they had a force play on. Was able to get the fielder's choice and keep runners at first and second. Johnson's going to send this one out to center field. Ty King Richards back behind looking for the tag. And we do have a tag situation at second, so runners are going to be at the corners now with 2 outs. So Johnson does his job in terms of advancing the runner 90 feet. Now Adam Overcash, the left fielder, stands in. Now remember, Overcash struggled a little bit with the ball in the sun off the bat of Will Pitts. For leadoff double. Back in the second inning. Scored the Warriors' lone run. And there's another line drive that Josh Asbill stabs over at first base. So Asbill, as we mentioned, it's not his first time at first base, but he hasn't played that position much this season. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Still 1-0 Warriors. Fans, welcome back to Dr. C. Keith Connor Field, and just like that, Dawson Posick takes this one over the left center field wall to give the Warriors a 2-0 lead now. So Posick hit a home run down in Due West last weekend. They were playing Erskine, and comes back and provides some instant offense here for Southern Wesleyan as well. That's his 3rd home run of the season, 7th RBI. So just like that, we're at 2-0. Southern Wesleyan, Sean Sute is going to fly out to the right fielder just short of the right field line. Chance Fogle makes his way to the plate now, hitting .312. Chance has a couple of home runs, 23 RBIs. Fogle takes first pitch he sees on the outer half for a strike. Fogle takes this one down in the zone. Fogle not impressed with that call by the umpire. Ty King Richard will make his way. And Ty Keen's going to send this one out to right field. So just like that, a quick bottom half of the third, but not before the Warriors pick up another run in the form of a solo home run by Dawson Posick. We'll be back. We'll head to the top of the fourth, 2-0 Southern Wesleyan. Ben Ferguson will lead off the fourth inning for the Crusaders. He'll send this one out to DJ Ludwig, and he comes up and fields and throws to quickly retire Ferguson. Goebel steps in, had a double his last at bat for the Crusaders. Doubled, then was doubled off on a line drive caught by Josh Asbel over at first base. That was a quick half inning for the Warriors, even though they picked up a run. This is going to be sent out to left center. Ty King Richards about 15 feet from the fence. Quickly retires the second Crusader. Cale Rame now be the hitter for Belmont Abbey. He's 0 for 1 today. He's hitting .330, 3 home runs, and takes this pitch away for a 1-0 count now. 2 quick outs here for Bo Shaw. Rame shows bunt, pulls back, and gets hit by the pitch in the leg. So he'll try down to first base, and Bo Shaw was trying to get home plate umpire to get some help with the field umpire, thinking he might have squared around a little. Zach Alert is the hitter now. He's also 0 for 1 today. Bo working in his 4th inning tonight. Only given up a couple hits and walked 1. He's faced 14 batters up to this point. And he'll make a throw over to Asbel, anchoring down first base. If you're just now joining us, Southern Wesleyan picked up their first run. Will Pitts doubled to lead off the 2nd inning. DJ Ludwig singled him in. And then Dawson Posick delivered a solo home run in the bottom of the 3rd. So 2-0 Southern Wesleyan. Alert singles here with a couple of outs. So Crusaders at 1st and 2nd. They've had runners on. Just haven't been able to put anything across the plate yet. Connor Tucker steps in. He's 1 for 1 tonight. His average has climbed to the 260 mark. Two-0 count here for Tucker. Third baseman for Belmont Abbey. And Shaw's pitch inside pushes the count to 3-0. Shaw working a little slower tonight than he normally does. He usually toe the rubber and go. Being a little bit more deliberate. Looks as though he may have changed his delivery up, adjusted a little bit from what I've seen early in the season. Three and one here with a couple of outs. And that's going to be a fly ball. Is going to end up foul. So we'll have full count, 2 outs. The runners will be off on the pitch. So a single should score. Does give Asbel an opportunity to play a little bit deeper and prevent anything getting down the line for extra bases. So the Crusaders will be off here with the full count, 2 outs. And Shaw's going to give this one up to Tucker, who's going to take it over off the scoreboard in right field. So Connor Tucker is going to pick up his 18th, 19th, and 20th RBI on the 3-run home run there. And just like that, the Crusaders are out ahead of Southern Wesleyan. So Belmont Abbey was held scoreless the first 3 innings. And Shaw was 1 strike away from getting out of the 4th inning here. And the long ball got him. Jackson Risk, as we mentioned, his 4th start. He's had some limited action here. From Belmont, North Carolina, out of South Point High School. Crusaders come in 27-15 overall, 15-8 in the conference. And like many teams, much better one-loss record at home. 10-9 on the road. So Ty King Richards reels in that fly ball to center field. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 Belmont Abbey. Jason White back out on the mound for Belmont Abbey, entering his fourth inning here on the mound. He's given up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 strikeouts, has yet to walk anyone. And Parker Pillsbury steps in. He's 0 for 1. He struck out earlier back in the first inning. There's a fly ball in the Bermuda Triangle, and just like that, it's going to be off the glove of the third baseman, Connor Tucker. Will Pitts, who had a leadoff double his first at bat and scored later off the RBI single by DJ Ludwig. Will hitting .319. Couple of home runs, 16 RBIs. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. So Pillsbury over at first. And Will unable to check his swing. Called strike there, 2-1. You could tell that ball off the bat of Pillsbury was going to be tough with the sun and left fielder, shortstop, third baseman converging in that area that typically the shortstop will take over and make that play. It's a little easier play for him, but Tucker unable to make the play. Pitts is going to push this one out just in front of the mound, and Risk jumps out to make the play. Josh Asbel steps in now for the Warriors. Josh is 0 for 1. He comes in hitting 177. 4 home runs, 23 RBIs. White with a long look in. And this one's going to be fouled off just in front of the Warriors dugout. Pillsbury with a conservative lead over there at second base. As we mentioned, a beautiful evening here at the Con. Temperatures reaching close to 80 throughout the day. Supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow, so should be a good day if you're in the area to come on out for the doubleheader starting first pitch at 1 o'clock. It is senior weekend, so they'll be doing the senior recognition festivities shortly before first pitch, probably around 12:30. A host of Warriors will be recognized. If you're in the area, you can come on out to tennis. They'll be cranking up around 11, and they'll be recognizing their team around 10:30, I believe. So get a chance to see some tennis and some baseball tomorrow. And a swing and a miss here by Asbel. Softball is on the road. They'll be playing Barton tomorrow. They picked up a couple of wins earlier today against Shawan. And Asbel's going to take off to first base here. So runners at first and second now. And DJ Ludwig steps in. Ludwig 1 for 1 with the RBI single. He was responsible for scoring the Warriors' first run, then was caught stealing later in that same inning. Tennis was competing here at home against Francis Marion today. They'll be hosting Mount Olive tomorrow. And Ludwig is going to ground out to Goebel, but not before runners push to second and third. Jordan Montgomery will make his way to the plate for Southern Wesleyan. So as we mentioned, baseball here tonight, tomorrow, softball on the road. Shawan today, Barton tomorrow. Tennis home today, home tomorrow. Track is on the road as well this weekend. Spring sports are starting to wind down. Baseball will finish up. Asbel, or rather Montgomery, sends this one deep to right center field. That ball is he's gonna touch them all. So Jordan Montgomery, with what looked like a routine fly ball, just kept carrying. There's no wind, so he had some good carry there. So Montgomery with a 3-run blast for Southern Wesleyan. So just like that, trailing 3-2, they're back up 5-3. And Dawson Posick steps in. Dawson had the solo shot earlier in the game. And Posick's going to send this one. Got it on the hands a little bit. First baseman takes care of it. White over to cover. So we'll head to the top half of the fifth. 5-3, Southern Wesleyan.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you might just change the world, y'all. There is a place where real faith-filled community allows you to know and be fully known, where faith is filled to the brim, so full it can wash away your doubts, where servant leaders of the next generation are grown, where your story can be written and change the course of history. In that place, Southern Wesleyan University. So it's time to wake up. You only have one life to live, because this is not a drill. This is not about cliches, shallow taglines, or some inspirational quote for you to tweet, snap, pin, or
Patrick Taylor, the second baseman, will lead off this fifth inning here for Belmont Abbey. Patrick started in all but one game for Belmont Abbey, hitting .200, a couple home runs, 13 RBIs. He's going to send this one. High fly ball. Ty King Richards will settle in underneath and retire Taylor. This will push us back up to the leadoff spot, and Sean Johnson came in hitting .376, 12 home runs, 34 RBIs, and Bo Shaw now in his fifth inning of work, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts, and quickly gets ahead of Johnson here. One count here. Johnson in with a 2-2 count here, and Shaw's going to get this one up for a 3-2 count. So Johnson 0 for 2 today. And he's going to send this one out to left field, and that one's not going to come back. So Johnson just to the left of the flagpole here. So he brings the Crusaders within 1 now, Southern Wesleyan 5-4. So it is absolutely a home run fest here tonight. A couple of home runs for Belmont Abbey. Johnson and Tucker and Montgomery and Posick with the long ball for Southern Wesleyan. Adam Overcash, the left fielder, steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. So Johnson ties his teammate Ben Ferguson for not only the team lead in home runs, but also the leading the conference with 13 now. Overcash takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. So he's down 1-2. Got some action stirring in the Warrior bullpen. Nothing happening in the Crusader bullpen, and this one's going to be sent out to center field, and Ty King Richards quickly over to hold Overcash to a stand-up double. So Shaw working his third time through the Crusader lineup, and he held the top three hitters hitless the first two times. Third time through, Crusaders have picked up a little bit. And Post is going to take some time here and head out to the mound, and actually head coach Hunter Hubbard's going to make his way to the mound as well. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back soon.
Wake up and focus. Awaken your dreams. Awaken your soul. Awaken your purpose. This, Southern Wesleyan University.
All right, quick visit to the mound by Hunter Hubbard and catcher Dawson Posick. And Ben Ferguson, who was leading the Crusaders in home runs and the conference in home runs, now shares that lead with his teammate, Sean Johnson, who just pulled the Crusaders within one. Shaw's pitch down. 2-0 count now. Shaw with a long look in, and this pitch is going to be over. Good off-speed pitch by Bo there. Bo's a graduate student, transfer from Limestone College. He, along with teammate Josh Asbel, transferring in as graduate students this year. His pitch on the outside rather, for Ferguson. As we've mentioned before in the broadcast, there already has been and will be an influx of graduate students taking advantage of that COVID waiver back in 2020, where they got the extra year of eligibility. And this pitch, Shaw wanted a swing there on the strike there on the swing, but nothing happening there. So bases loaded full of, or rather first and second now, with one out. Goebel stands in, the shortstop for Belmont Abbey. He's 1 for 2, and there's a chopper to Montgomery. It's going to be foul. So we'll come back and do this all over again. Nice play there by Montgomery. A high hop and fluid transition, making the throw over to Asbel at first base, but umpire quickly calling that foul. So Goebel will come back. We'll start back over 0-1. There's a ground ball through the 5-6 hole. Pillsbury up, throw to the plate. Going to be not in time. The ground ball through the hole, just not hit quite hard enough for Parker to come up and make the throw to the plate. So just like that, we're tied at 5 now. The Crusaders are back at runners at first and second. Cale Rame, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1 with the run scored. So we mentioned there is some action in the Warrior bullpen. Looks like Jacob Standridge is down there getting loose. There's a fly ball going to drop in front of Ty King Richards, and that's going to allow another Crusader runner to cross the plate and keep runners at first and second. So third time through the order for Bo Shaw has not been to his advantage. And this is going to be the second trip to the mound for Hunter Hubbard, and we'll get a call to the bullpen. It looks like Jacob Standridge is going to be making his way. We'll take a break. We'll be back. 6-5 Belmont Abbey. Zach Alert in the box for Crusaders, and Jacob Standridge, your new pitcher for the Warriors. And the first pitch to Alert's going to be sent out right field, and Asbell's going to drop this one, but he's going to have an opportunity. Nope. Had an opportunity to get the force play at second, but so a tough play there for the Warriors. Going to load the bases as Standridge comes in. There could have been an opportunity for an infield fly there, but umpires did not call that one. We have seen that called here earlier in the season. Standridge comes in 2-6, 6.04 ERA. This is his 14th appearance. He's working on his 45th inning here in 2022. Connor Tucker stands in. One out and the bases are loaded. So Asbell made a couple of good plays on some line drives earlier. Misplays the pop-up and then attempting to get the force play at second off the glove of Sute. Tucker's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs here this evening. That pitch is down. It's a 6-5 Belmont Abbey. They've put up some crooked numbers in the fourth and now here in the top half of the fifth. In fact, all 6 of their runs have come in the fourth and fifth inning. And this pitch is up in the zone, so Standridge falls behind 3-1. So Jacob came into a tough situation, runners at first and second. Got the pop-up, but couldn't get the positive result he needs, and that pitch up in the zone, a swing and a miss by Tucker. The 3-2 pitch fouled off. Just outside of the Warrior dugout there. So Tucker will step out, gather himself, step back in. As we mentioned, he's got a couple hits tonight. 3 RBIs and has scored 1 run for the Crusaders. This pitch also fouled off. No action down in the Warrior bullpen right now. Standridge has been the pitcher to come in out of the bullpen when the Warriors had the lead, tie ball game, or just slightly behind. So this is definitely not his first opportunity this season with the game on the line at this point here in the fifth inning. And there's a pitch. It's going to be sent to deep center field, and Ty King Richards is going to be back, make the catch, and all 3 runners are going to advance there as they alertly tag with the ball sent deep to the wall. So Tucker with a sacrifice fly there, and this brings up Jackson Risk. So we'll see if Standridge can minimize the damage here. Already a couple of runners in, aided by the error, and then now the sacrifice fly. So second and third here for Belmont Abbey. Got a little bit of stirring down in the Belmont Abbey bullpen. Called strike, gets Standards even in the count, 1-1 here. Shadows are starting to take effect here at the con, and home plate's soon going to be engulfed in the shadows, which will make it more difficult for the hitters. That pitch just misses. So about a half inning, maybe a full inning, depending on the length of the inning, obviously. Standards will be in the sun. The pitcher will be in the sun. Hitter will be in the shadows, so will become increasingly more difficult. And here's a ground ball up the middle, but Sute was playing into pull, and he'll retire. Risk, but not before Crusaders pick up 4 runs in the top of the 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, 7-5 Belmont Abbey.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you might just change the world, y'all. There is a place where real faith-filled community allows you to know and be fully known, where faith is filled to the brim, so full it can wash away your doubts, where servant leaders of the next generation are grown, where your story can be written and change the course of history. In that place, Southern Wesleyan University. So it's time to wake up. You only have one life to live, because this is not a drill. This is not about cliches, shallow taglines, or some inspirational quote for you to tweet, snap, pin, or post. No, this is where snooze buttons are frozen, alarm clocks are broken, where feet hit the floor because dreams are now woken. This is it. Awaken your dreams.
Nice play by Sute. He's going to send this one out to center field, but stays up just enough for Johnson to make the play. Chance Fogle makes his way to the plate. Chance 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Bogle takes that pitch up high, 2-0. Chance from Sebastian, Florida. Came to Southern Wesleyan via Cumberland University, and he'll send this fly ball out to left field. It's overcast, struggles a little bit with the sun. Shadows have crept over third base, so the third baseman not impacted quite as much in the sun as he has been. Left field still impacted somewhat. Ty King Richards 0 for 2 today. Mentioned earlier in Ty's first at bat, he's hitting .322, so he's watched his average climb steadily over the last 3 to 4 weeks. There's a pitch down in the zone. 2-0 count. Three and 0 count now. Ty King Richards. Had the full staff up here in the press box tonight. As we mentioned, Tuesday night will be the last home athletic event in the regular season for Southern Wesleyan. And there's a fly ball, pop-up rather, over just behind first base, and that will retire the inning. So we'll head to the top of the sixth. 7-5 Belmont Abbey. We're back here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. Jacob Strandridge back out on the mound for the Warriors, his second inning of work. Patrick Taylor leading off the top of the sixth inning here. For Belmont Abbey. Taylor sends this ball to left field. Sean Johnson, the hitter now, fouls this one off just to our right. Seven 5 Belmont Abbey here in the top of the sixth inning. Been an out and back game. Warriors jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Belmont Abbey scored 3 in the top of the fourth, take a 1-run lead, and then Southern Wesleyan responded back with 3 of their own before Belmont picked up 4 in the fifth here. 7-5. At the top of the sixth, and Sean Johnson batting with yet another Crusader on base. Belmont Abbey's had runners on pretty much all the innings except inning 1. Pitch out there kept Taylor at bay at first base. Jason White has pitched 5 innings for Belmont Abbey, giving up 5 runs off 5 hits. All have been earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. There's a swing and a miss by Johnson. Standridge in relief of Bo Shaw, who started on the mound for Southern Wesleyan. You can close the book on Shaw. He went 4 1/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, walked a couple. Did not fan any Crusaders. And there's a swing and a miss, and Johnson falls across the plate. So there's going to be a double play in action. Got some batter interference. So Johnson on the swing crossed the plate. Did not come in contact with Posick, but by rule you do not have to make contact. You just have to obstruct the throw, and alertly Posick went ahead with a throw down to second. So a quick 2 outs there. And Goebel off and swinging, or rather Overcash, my apologies. Left fielder, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Overcash sends this one to center field. We'll be back, bottom 6th inning. Parker Pillsbury steps into the box for the Warriors. Pillsbury 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Parker also scored a run earlier in the game. Pillsbury's been swinging a hot bat as of late. So he's pushed his average up over 300. 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's down 1-2 in the count now. The fly ball out to center field that's going to hang up for Johnson to make the play. Designated hitter Will Pitts. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. As I mentioned, Will battling a finger injury, so probably will not be catching this weekend, but still able to swing. Injuries restricting him from throwing. Pretty crucial need for a catcher, so Will fill the DH role at least for tonight. Will be honored along with 11 or 12 others tomorrow on Senior Day here at the Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. There's a swing and a miss, so Will down 1-2 in the count. Got a couple of pitchers getting loose down in the Crusader bullpen. Some guys just hanging out on the bench down in the Warrior bullpen right now. So Standard's obviously going back out in the 7th, but hopefully Southern Weston can put together some runs. Pitts will go down swinging. Bring up Josh Asbill. Asbill with a couple of nice plays over at first base and 0 for 1 with a run scored. He's also walked. As Asbill steps in, Belmont Abbey infield will go to a pull position.
So we had a batter interference. The guy struck out swinging, and then they called the runner out.
It's a 1-0 count now.
Put it out as like out on the runner, like a 2-4, and then DI on the batter.
Asbill's mentioned earlier, graduate student from Charleston Southern is swinging a miss to even the count, 1-1. It's a pitch up high in the zone. Only player left in the sun is center field. And there's a pitch going to be out left field over Cash over to make the play to end the 6th inning. So we'll head to the top half of the 7th. Belmont Abbey still holding on to a slim 7-5 lead. So as we expected, Jacob Standridge back out for his third inning of work, and Ben Ferguson steps in. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. And there's a swing and a miss. Ferguson down in the count 0-1. Pretty good crowd here tonight on a Friday evening, and a lot of family, as you might expect, in attendance, especially for those of the senior class. Large graduating class for Southern Wesleyan this year. Some will potentially head to graduate school, maybe taking advantage of their COVID waiver either here or somewhere else, as many college student athletes are. Here's a high pop fly on the infield. Montgomery calling, and nobody really took charge. Posick, Standridge, and Montgomery were heading in, and Montgomery looked to be, from my vantage point, making the call, but Warriors unable to take advantage of that pop fly on the infield. And once again, I believe Belmont Abbey's had runners on base in every inning except the first. And there's a pitch, or rather a swing and a miss by Goebel, the shortstop. He's 2 for 3. Run scored and an RBI. There's a fly ball out the left field. Pillsbury over, and that one is going to get out for Goebel. So the third home run tonight for Belmont Abbey. Goebel picks up his 11th home run. So as we mentioned, Belmont Abbey came in with, I believe it was 62 home runs on the season, and they've pushed that to 65. And a couple more runs here in the 7th for a 9-5 lead. Belmont has 9 runs off 10 hits. Southern Wesleyan has 5 runs off 5 hits. And a couple of crucial errors that have led to some runs. That's a foul ball off to our left. Cale Rame, the hitter. Also a transfer from Charleston Southern, so him and Josh Asbell were potentially teammates at some point at their previous schools. Ryan back up here on the production truck, doing a fabulous job as always. So if you're seeing some new graphics and instant replays, that's courtesy of Ryan. Sometimes we call him Kyle. Zach Alert, right fielder now, steps in for Belmont Abbey. There's a pitch sent out to left field, but right at Pillsbury. So Parker didn't have to move, but maybe a step and a half back. Ball's coming off the bat really well, Belmont Abbey. They've had 3 home runs, as we've mentioned, and Southern Wesleyan has been able to respond up until the last couple of innings, so we'll see if they can get something going in the bottom half of the 7th. There's a pop fly down the line, and Pillsbury up and over to retire the side here. So we'll take a break. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning, 9-5 Belmont Abbey. Stand up wherever you are, stretch a little bit. DJ Ludwig steps in to the box for the Warriors. And he promptly delivers a single back up the middle. So Ludwig now 2 for 3 with an RBI. DJ, the only hitter, Warrior hitter rather, with multiple hits tonight. This brings up Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery, big 3-run home run back in the 4th inning. Picked up his 2nd home run and to go along with 19 RBIs now on the season. Sent this foul ball off to our left. Join us tomorrow. We'll be back at the Con for games 2 and 3 of this series. First pitch at 1 o'clock. Pregame festivities around 12:30. There'll be senior recognition, senior weekend here for Southern Wesleyan. That pitch back just in front of us off the backstop. White still the pitcher out there for Belmont Abbey. He's in his 7th inning of work. Given up 5 runs, all of them earned, all 6 hits, and he struck out 4 Warriors tonight. Quick pick over to first base.
The 2 things that I was willing to order, I just didn't order them, but then I realized that I can get them at Walmart for like $10 cheaper.
Love that. We love cheap.
That pitch down to the dirt. Nice play there by Risk to keep Ludwig at first base.
Run that HDMI all the way up.
Another pickoff attempt, trying to keep Ludwig at bay over at first base. DJ has 11 stolen bases, second on the team behind Fogel at 21. Another foul ball off to our left. Dawson Posick on deck. Dawson hit his third home run of the season. There's a pitch low and inside. Pushes the count to 3-2.
That one will be a little longer. That one's a little farther away. You don't think 40? I think it needs to be at least 50.
Ground ball out to second base, and nice play there on the top spin by Taylor. Pushes Ludwig over to second base, and
I bet it's 20 feet just to get the top of blue chairs.
going to have a mound visit, and head coach Chris Anderson going to make his way out to talk to White. So we'll take advantage of this break. We'll be back shortly. So Ludwig at second base. Dawson Posick in the box for the Warriors. Takes his first pitch he sees down for a ball. Jason White remains on the bump for the Crusaders. We do have a couple arms getting loose down in the Belmont Abbey bullpen. And there's a swing and a foul ball off the backstop. As I mentioned, Dawson Posick, a couple of home runs down in Due West against Erskine College last weekend, and picked up a solo shot earlier in today's game.
We are experimenting with multi-cameras with the goal that come fall we can try it out.
If we can get the multicam on baseball to work, that opens up so many different things. It's just we have to see what we can do.
This is a great test venue because
Posick calls timeout. Steps out, calls timeout. He's back in.
I would rather, if we're trying remote truck with the iPad, let's try it like soccer or volleyball where the ball's not coming right at us.
Where's your sense of adventure?
My sense of adventure is, man,
So Posick can single through the infield. Should score Ludwig on second with above average speed. Pull the Warriors within 3. Southern Wesleyan would be nice to get a couple of runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Chip away at the Belmont Abbey lead, and this pitch fouled off to our right. Join us on Tuesday, tomorrow as well, but join us on Tuesday. We're going to attempt 2 cameras, 3 cameras. See what we can make happen. And if you're enjoying the broadcast and want to see a couple more different angles and would like to donate to the Warrior Club for some camera opportunities, go to SWUathletics.com. You'll find a tab at the top for giving. You can make a donation. Have that donation restricted to technology, and we can provide more cameras and better technology for you, the fan watching at home. You can have SWU Athletics, hit the giving tab, make a donation. We'll purchase some more cameras and some more technology for this upcoming year. White with a long look in, 2-2 count now with Posick. And that pitch down in the dirt. Nice play by Risk. Keeps Ludwig at second.
How advanced and nice do you want the scoreboard to be? 30,000. Really? Like that? No, like a soccer scoreboard.
On a scoreboard, we're literally have to get a production truck to get that kind of quality. We'll just pull up an 18-wheeler right over there. Have like 18 different screens. It's like
I need to take you with me to the you would go bananas. Take you to one of the conference championships and let you look at their behind the scenes stuff.
I wish I like when I was in high school, we went to Clemson to work the games for National Honor Society, and I would see these huge trucks. I would always wonder what they were. And
A swing and a miss by Posick, and a couple outs now. Sean Sute will make his way to the plate.
For help at a championship.
Sean 0 for 2 tonight.
I'm also going to try to see sometime with either working with Boston.
See if you can pick up a 2-out base hit and push Ludwig across the plate.
You can finally see the scoreboard now.
No wind today. A nice day at the ballpark. Last few weeks have been extremely windy, but none today. 2-0 count now on Sute. We approached 80 degrees today. Should approach 80 degrees tomorrow. This will be a warm day at the park, which everybody's been anxiously awaiting. Sute takes first strike he sees in this at bat. Still ahead 2-1. White with a long look in, couple looks at Ludwig at second. Sute's going to foul this off. The third base box.
Everyone has to.
There's a pitch down in the dirt. So this run to count to full for Sute. Second baseman Taylor's in the pull position just behind second base, keeping Ludwig close. He'll push off to his normal position, and that'll be a ball 4. And White was really wanting that pitch for a call at third strike. Be only the second walk that White has given up against 5 strikeouts. Chance Fogle at the plate. Couple runners on in the form of Warriors, so a base hit could do some damage for Southern Wesleyan, and Fogle takes this one over for a ball. White definitely not a fan of that call.
Also came with the internet adapter with it. And then
So when I come Tuesday, I will bring the handy cam.
There's a pitch down.
I have
You might think if Fogle's able to reach, then head coach Chris Anderson will go to the bullpen. They've had action going now for an inning or two, and White just gave up a walk. He's down 2-0. There's a called strike.
we can try that and
So I'll bring the
a whole jumble otherwise and see.
we'll just plug things in.
Oh, there's another one.
And there's a pitch driven out to right field. It's going to get over the head and out of the here for a 3-run home run by Chance Fogle. So Fogle sends one off the scoreboard, a line drive 3-run shot. Not only chips away, but puts the Warriors right back in this one at 9-8. And that will be the last batter that White faces tonight. We'll head for a break and get back. 9-8 Belmont Abbey. We're back here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. Ty King Richards takes the first pitch he sees, grounds out to the shortstop. So we'll get you caught back up on the new pitcher for Belmont Abbey, but we'll head to the 8th inning. Big 3-run home run off the bat of Chance Fogle. 9-8 Belmont. Jacob Standridge once again back out of the mound for Southern Wesleyan.
So we won't need them, and then all I have to do is USBC to.
No, number 20, Jackson Risk. Got sidetracked there looking at how to set up these cameras.
Ryan Giberson on the mound. Rather came in relief of White. Retired the only batter he saw and only took him one pitch. So Justin White closed it out on White, 6 2/3, 7 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He is still the pitcher of record.
Capture card to USB. So we won't actually need 2 of these.
Standards now quickly ahead 0-2. So the long ball has been the theme today for both teams. Johnson, Goebel, and Tucker each have a home run for Belmont Abbey. Fogel, Montgomery, and Posick.
If you have this eliminates this whole box right here.
Long ball for Southern Wesleyan.
So we can just have this one running through main, then
That one would be your secondary cameras.
and I've already watched like 3 videos on these.
So Standridge, typically the pitcher in the game when it's on the line and trailing 9-5. 3-run shot by Fogel pushes it to 9-8. Patrick Taylor now the second baseman, 1 for 3. Step in for the Crusaders. Infield playing straight up. A lot of room up the middle. Outfield straight up as well. And Standard gets ahead 0-1.
You just need to plan what time you get done with class on Tuesday.
Fabulous music major. I have class until 5:30 every day.
Of course you do.
Taylor fouls this one off back behind us.
If you want to try to do that, or I have a break for 2 hours.
Standard's in his 4th inning of work now. Allowed a couple of hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, has 3 strikeouts. He came in a tough situation. Runners on first and second. There's a swing and a miss. So Standard's kind of getting in a groove now here in the 8th inning, and this will flip the order back up with Sean Johnson. He's 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI and has a strikeout. And Johnson's going to send this one up the middle. Sute over, bobbles it a little bit, but recovers to make the play. So shortstop Sean Sute bobbled the ball a little bit, but stuck with it, and in doing so, a quick 3 up, 3 down. So we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Warriors trail by a run. Parker Pillsbury steps in for the Warriors. See if Southern Wesleyan can put some more runs on the board.
Yeah, and even if you have to leave early, I can wrap it up.
Parker's 1 for 3 with a run scored and a strikeout on the evening. Sends this one out to first base. Gets by the first baseman, Ferguson. So an error there by Ferguson. First one for the Crusaders. That was a big play there. What's going to be a quick first out. New pitcher for Belmont Abbey. Going to be Jake Craddock. Comes in with a 2-2 record, 3.75 ERA. This is Jake's 14th appearance. Did see Avery Short down in the bullpen. He is the saves leader for Belmont Abbey. He has 6 on the season. He's 3-0, so quick hitters conference there for the Warriors with Will Pitts at the plate. So Pitts at the plate. Going to take a strike on the outer half. So only the question was Will going to be laying down a bunt to get Pillsbury to second or leaving him a chance to swing away? And looks as though he's going to be swinging away here. And there's a swing and a miss. So Pitts quickly down 0-2. Pitch just off the plate. So Pitts will live to see another pitch here. Leadoff base runner for Southern Wesleyan. Be nice to be able to get him in, tie this game up at the bare minimum. And this pitch down in the dirt, so 2-2 now. Foul off to our right.
Imagine taking music theory with him and having him every day of the week at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Craddock with the long look in, and this is going to be a pitch just off the plate as well. So Will showing some patience at the plate. Pushes it to a full count. See if the Warriors roll the dice a little bit with a full count, no out, and put Parker in motion. Pillsbury not going, and that pitch is out and away as well. So an error and a walk to lead off the inning here. Brings up Josh Asbill. Josh 0 for 2 with a walk. He has 4 home runs on the season, so Josh has some pop.
Family emergency. I can't tell you that. My mom told me not to say anything.
It's really hush-hush.
Goes during the concert, starts watching the baseball game. We got Ryan in the box tonight. Are you at the baseball?
No, we'll make sure she says your name. Make sure he says Kyle. Entire time.
Craddock with the look in, and there's a bunt by Asbill. So a nice bunt, and going to be down to the right field bullpen, and that is going to allow Pillsbury to score just ahead of the throw.
So that's an even
So everything worked out for the Warriors there. Asbel got the bunt down to sacrifice the runners to second and third. And in the process, Craddock fields the baseball, throws it down the right field line to allow Pillsbury to
Nobody's out, and DJ should be up to bat. And I think
score, and we're going to have a multiple
we have a coaching visit.
time here. So we'll take a 45 seconds. We'll be back shortly.
To McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Fans, welcome back to the con here. Runners on the corners for the Warriors. DJ Ludwig be making his way to the plate here. So a sacrifice bunt attempt off the bat of Josh Asbel led to an error by Craddock. Threw the ball down in the bullpen of the Crusaders, rather, and just like that, Ludwig sends the ball to left field, and that's going to allow for the pinch runner, Juan Garcia, to score. So the Warriors take the lead 10-9. So DJ Ludwig with the sacrifice fly on the first pitch he sees from Belmont Abbey's closer, Avery Short, who's now in the game. Short comes in 3-0 with 6 saves on the season. So he's faced one hitter, retired him. Now there's one out, and Jordan Montgomery at the plate for Belmont Abbey. Josh Asbel still over at first base. No action in the Warrior bullpen, so this one is going to be left up to Jacob Standridge. There's a pop-up on the infield. Goebel, the shortstop, over, and he takes care of it for the second out. Catcher Dawson Posick now makes his way to the box with a couple of outs here in the bottom of the eighth. So the Warriors can hold on to this lead and take the top of the ninth. They'll pick up game one of the three-game series. There's a ground ball out to Goebel, who comes up and gets the third out, but not before Southern Wesleyan picks up a couple of runs. So we'll head to the ninth inning, 10-9 Southern Wesleyan.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Fans, we're heading to the top of the ninth inning. Couple runs in the bottom of the eighth push Southern Wesleyan up 10-9. So let's see if they can hold on to this one-run lead. Overcash steps in. Swing to the first pitch he sees. He's 1 for 4 with a run scored. So Jacob Standridge, in order to pick up this win, he's going to face 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So he'll face the heart of the Belmont Abbey lineup. And Overcash, fouls this one back off to our left. So if Standridge can pull this one out, he will do it by facing the meat of the lineup. And Standridge in his fourth inning of work. He's only allowed 2 hits since he's entered the game, and 2 runs, one of which was earned, and Overcash swings, fouls this one off in front of the dugout of the Warriors. Couple defensive changes as Cliff Olmstead came in for Jordan Montgomery. Josh Asbel moves over from first base to third, and middle of the lineup, middle of the infield rather, stays the same. One-two count now for Standridge, and that ball is going to be lifted high in the air, and Ty King Richards into off of his glove there, so uncharacteristically a misplay there in center field by Ty King Richards. You don't see that very often at all. So number 40, Ben Ferguson, make his way to the box, but not before head coach Hunter Hubbard calls his infield in. So we'll take 30 seconds.
On weekends, we spend a little bit of time by the river playing Alabama songs we can dance to. Forget about the morning, we can worry about it Monday, so for now there's nothing more than we have to. I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking that we should all take the day.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Fans, we're back here. A quick visit by Hunter Hubbard. And Standard's going to fall behind 1-0 here. So if you're back with us, Overcash standing at second. High pop fly. Ty King Richards had to run a long way, but kicked out of his glove. As I mentioned, uncharacteristic for that to happen, and pushes a runner to second base in scoring position from Belmont Abbey. We did talk about before this half inning, Jacob Standridge was going to have to go through the heart of the lineup, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. But you can't give them extra outs. Ferguson has scored twice today. Has walked earlier in the game. 2-1 count now. There's a strike. Have some action down in the Warrior bullpen, I believe. It's hard to see. And there's a swing and a foul ball. No action in the Belmont Abbey bullpen. They brought in their closer, Avery Short, in the bottom of the 8th. A tough situation. And first hitter he faced was DJ Ludwig, who had a sacrifice RBI fly. Standards back in, and this pitch is going to be inside. Push it to a full count. If you're joining us late, out and back game tonight. Southern Wesleyan started off with a 2-0 lead, and it went out and back for a couple innings. Belmont had a 9-5 lead. There's a ground ball out to Cliff Olmstead, who retires Ferguson, but that pushes Overcash to third, and he's 90 feet away from tying this game. It was 9-5 in the seventh inning. Chance Fogel's 3-run home run pushed it 9-8. And the Warriors scored 2 more in the bottom of the eighth to take the 10-9 lead here. This brings up Ben Goebel. He's 3 for 4, a couple of runs scored and 3 RBIs. Ben also has a home run on the night. 6 home runs tonight, 3 by each team. Warriors are in to cut down the run. That one just misses. So Strander's trying to work some magic here, and there's a swing and a miss. As I mentioned, Goebel 3 for 4 tonight. He's hitting .327, was hitting .327 entering the game. That's obviously climbed here tonight with 3 hits. There's a foul ball at the plate, so now it's quickly 1-2. So the Warriors infield in, trying to keep Belmont Abbey from scoring that tying run here in the form of Adam Overcash over at third base. Big pitch here from Standridge is out and away. He evens it up 2-2. Outfield straight up, infield playing in. Foul ball off behind the Abbey dugout. Southern Wesleyan 10 runs off 7 hits. Belmont Abbey 9 runs off 10 hits. There's been 5 errors in today's game. Some form of fashion. Most of them have led to runs tonight. There's a foul ball off, so Goebel hanging tough. Goebel only has 22 strikeouts and 165 at bats, so chances are he's going to put this baseball in play. Standard trying to do the opposite, and there's a fly ball to right field, and that's going to be deep enough, should be deep enough to score the tying run. We'll see. Fogel's throw is not going to be in time, so Belmont Abbey takes advantage of the free out earlier in the inning and ties the game up at 10. So Kel Rain now at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Shows bunt down for a strike. So if the Warriors are going to capture this one, they'll have to do it in walk-off fashion. As we're tied now at 10 in the top of the ninth. Standards quickly ahead 0-2. There's a foul ball off to our left. Drops down in corner of the Warrior dugout. And there's a pitch, just misses, and Much of the Warrior infield was expecting that to be a called third strike as they took a few steps toward the dugout in anticipation of scoring a run and walking this one off in dramatic fashion here on senior weekend. Home plate umpire halted that movement. And that one well off the plate, pushes it to a 3-2 count. Sute in pull position, Ludwig in pull position, and Olmsted one step in a dive from first baseline. And there's a ball going to be sent out to Pillsbury. It's going to drop in front. So now the go-ahead run for Belmont Abbey on at first base. So a good at bat there for Rame. Have a pinch runner.
Pinch runner, Grace. Do what? Pinch runner. 5.
Brady Emerson's going to come in and pinch run for Rame at first base. Zach Alert, 1 for 4 with a run scored. In the box for Belmont Abbey. A swing and a miss. Emerson 3 for 3 in terms of stolen bases, so in limited action, you'd think average, perhaps above average speed at first base, pinch running here in the 9th inning. No defensive changes that we know of yet for Belmont Abbey as Emerson's running for Rame, who is a designated hitter. Standards facing his 19th batter in relief here. And there's going to be a line drive out in front of Fogle. Off his leg, but not enough for anyone to advance. Outside of Emerson, going first to third on the 2-out hit. So runners at the corners. We'll get a call here, but first, head coach Chris Anderson is going to pinch run.
Yep. 22 this time.
So Brennan Martin's going to come in and pinch run. And we're also going to have an offensive timeout. So we'll take 30 seconds. We'll be back shortly. Quick offensive timeout there for the Crusaders in first and third. Connor Tucker, the third baseman, is 2 for 3 with a run scored and 4 RBIs. You would imagine with the pinch runners average to above average speed on the corners. And with this latest pinch runner, we will have a new right fielder in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Crusaders. There's a fly ball sent out to left field. Pillsbury over and will make the catch for the third out. So we'll head to the bottom of the ninth looking for a walk-off for the Warriors, 10-10. We'll be back.
To McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
We're back here at the Con. Sean Sute steps in the box for the Warriors. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Avery Short still out on the mound for the Crusaders. As we mentioned earlier, he is the closer for Belmont Abbey, so they're definitely going to put this game in the hands of their guy that's 3-0 with 6 saves, and Sute sends this one out to third base. Connor Tucker up with a play. Slight slip there as the grass dew lying on the turf here. So Chance Fogle will step in. Chance is 1 for 4 with a run scored, 3 RBIs. Those 3 RBIs came on one swing. So he put one off the scoreboard in right field back in the 7th inning to bring the Warriors within 1. Fogle steps in 1-0. No pressure on the Warriors here. All the pressure on Belmont Abbey now as you go into the bottom of the 9th inning. Could be a huge morale boost here for Southern Wesleyan with a win in walk-off fashion on senior weekend. That pitch catches the lower half of the zone, so it's now 2-1. One out here. Fogle takes that one on the inside. Inside half, rather. 2-2 count now, 1 out. We're all tied at 10. Here on a Friday night, just past the 8:30 mark. And Fogle's going to take this one for a ball, push it to a full count. So we've been going at it for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. I don't believe we've had a walk-off here at the Con this year. And this ball's going to get down. Opportunity for Fogle to perhaps get to second base with his speed, and he will for a stand-up double. So now we're 1 out, runner in scoring position, so a big AB there. Chance Fogle. And this brings up Ty King Richards, and you know nobody more than Ty would love to get a base hit and send the Warriors to victory right here. Ty with a misplay in center field in the top half of the ninth. Great opportunity for him here at the plate. He'll take this pitch down. One out, Parker Pillsbury on deck. Parker's 1 for 4. Ty been swinging a pretty high bat as of late, 0 for 4 tonight. Fogle with above average speed at second. Anything through the infield should get Fogle in. With every pitch, you might imagine the fan base voicing neither their displeasure or agreement. And Ty jumps ahead quickly, 3-0 here. Parker Pillsbury on deck. We will have a pinch hitter, looks like Josh Galloway, should he reach. Ty taking all the way, 3-1. And that pitch up in the zone, so Ty King Richards will draw a walk. And Parker Pillsbury will come out, and we'll have a visit by head coach Chris Anderson. We'll take 45 seconds. We'll be back soon.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on.
Parker Pillsbury in the box. Quick visit by head coach Chris Anderson. Pillsbury is going to swing and a miss. The only runner that of any concern right now is Chance Fogle at second base. Ty King Richards' run means nothing. As Fogle crosses, the Warriors win. So we'll see if Pillsbury can walk this one off, and he'll let this one pass. A 1-1 count now. Parker's 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. But he has been swinging a hot bat in the month of April, so. There's a pitch upstairs. Even though Ty's run will not mean anything, he will need to get a good secondary lead to try to break up any chance of a double play. To end the inning here. There's a pitch down. Pushes it to 3-1. So if Pillsbury reaches, Fogle doesn't score. Looks like Josh Galloway, one of the Warriors' leading hitters, will make his way to the plate. So you got to like our chances here with Pillsbury and potentially Galloway on deck. Swing and a miss there. Big swing and a miss by Parker. So we're at full count. Still just one out for Southern Wesleyan. There's a ground ball. It's going to get through, and this should score Fogle. He's going to be at the plate. The plate is going to be close, though. It's going to be real close, actually. And he's going to be out at the plate. So a close play. It was a really good play by the right fielder. Ball just got through too quickly. So Josh Galloway is going to be the pinch hitter with 2 outs. Galloway is not a stranger to walking a game off. He actually hit a grand slam to defeat Shawan in walk-off fashion last year. So So we got 2 outs here, the bottom of the 9th inning. And we are going to have a pinch hitter in the form of Josh Galloway.
Yeah, you haven't announced Josh yet. Yeah, I did. You did? Oh. Yeah, he's probably fine. Pinch hitter,
So the ground ball that got through the hole in right field. Right fielder Zach Alert came up and threw a strike to home plate just ahead of Fogle. This pitch gets out and away, and enough for Ty King Richards to advance to third. So Ty King Richards is going to make 90 feet away now. And again, Pillsbury's run at second doesn't mean anything, so we're at 2 outs here. Josh Asbel on deck, so we'll see if Belmont Abbey goes straight to pitching around Josh Galloway, or if they'll actually go right at him now with a 1-1 count just off the plate. So 2-1 count now. So you would think that Belmont might be pitching around Galloway just to load the bases. His run doesn't mean anything, so we'll see how they approach it. And that pitch is going to be a called strike. So good off speed there by Short. Two-two pitch, 2 outs. So fly ball down the right field line is going to be caught.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more
Inning, exciting ninth inning in terms of a lot of action there. Not so much for Southern Wesleyan as they gave up a run in the top of the ninth and was about 1.5 feet from winning this one. But Fogle just out on a nice play by Alert. Standridge back out on the mound for Southern Wesleyan. He is beginning his 5th inning of work here. And that pitch just up in the zone. So we've got free baseball here at the Con tonight, and not going to blame anyone, but our scoreboard operator did mention early in the game that every game she's done has gone to extra innings. She will remain nameless, but she does play for women's soccer. We'll blame it on Kyle. So there's a ground ball, or rather a line drive in the right field. It's going to be cut off by Fogle, but hustling out of the box was Jackson Risk, and in doing so makes his way to second base and quickly in scoring position. So it's a bring up Patrick Taylor. So we'll see if Taylor puts down a sacrifice bunt to push the go-ahead run 90 feet closer or if he's swinging away here. And there's a bunt. Can't get over there in time. And it looks like Ludwig may have been stepped on by the base runner. So we've got time called. So the sack bunt was. Second base, put on the brakes real quick. Standards had to stop, adjust, and make a throw to first base. And in doing so, Ludwig was spiked a little bit. We'll take a break and be back shortly.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious. And if you catch it, you might just change the world, y'all. There is a place where real faith-filled community allows you to know and be fully known, where faith is filled to the brim, so full it can wash away your doubts, where servant leaders of the next generation are grown, where your story can be written and change the course of history. In that place, Southern Wesleyan University. So it's time to wake up.
Sean Johnson at the plate now for Belmont Abbey. Runners at first and second. And there's a pop-up on the infield. Josh Asbel gives away to Sean Sute. So with infield fly there to record the first out. DJ Ludwig remains in the game. He was down for a little bit after getting spiked. Had to make a good play to actually keep the baseball in the infield on the throw from Standridge, but we're at first and second now. Standridge with the look in and Posick with a good play there to prevent the ball from going to the backstop. The bottom of the 10th, the Warriors will have scheduled Asbel, Ludwig, and Olmstead. Hoping they can get there. Still locked up at 10, and here's another ball popped up in the air. Sute out, Pillsbury in. And Pillsbury makes the play. So a couple outs now. Runners at first and second. And a dangerous hitter steps in the form of Ben Ferguson. He's 0 for 4 with a couple of runs scored and a walk tonight. Him and teammate Sean Johnson, leading the conference in home runs. This will be a big out for Standridge. Trying to keep this game tied at 10. There's a pitch down in the zone. Just past the 3-hour mark here in game 1 of the series. Southern Wesleyan fortunate enough to only use 2 pitchers so far. Belmont Abbey on their 4th. There's a swing and a miss, foul ball rather, to the backstop. There's a pitch. Going to be drilled off the right field wall. And in doing so, scores a couple of runs for Belmont Abbey. So Ferguson, as mentioned, a dangerous hitter. And with that pitch, assistant coach Corey Gardner is now going to go to the bullpen. So we'll take a break. We'll get back. Let you know who the new pitcher is going to be for Southern Wesleyan and set the stage now with 2 outs here in the top of the 10th.
Trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together. To McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Devin Bond will be the new pitcher for the Warriors. He'll come in and face Ben Goebel. Goebel's 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs. Also has a home run. To his credit tonight, Ferguson, who just had a 2-run double, stands at second base. That pushed Belmont Abbey to a 12-10 lead here in the top of the 10th inning. There's a strike. 1-1 count now, a couple outs here. Bond with the long look in. And swing and a miss. Belmont Abbey now with 12 runs, 15 hits. Southern Wesleyan 10 runs, 9 hits. If you're joining us late, 6 home runs, 3 by each club tonight. There's a foul ball off. Bond with the 1-2 count, 2 outs. Off speed, just up, out of the zone on Goebel. Evens the count at 2-2. As we mentioned, scheduled hitters for Southern Wesleyan in the bottom half is Asbel, Ludwig, and Olmsted. Another foul ball off. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. First pitch at 1. Pre-game senior recognition festivities are around 12:30. If you're in the area, come check it live. If not, we'll have the camera rolling. You can watch your favorite senior being recognized. That pitch down in the dirt. Full count now. Looks like should Goebel reach, we'll have a pinch hitter. And Nick Mauer's going to approach the plate. He's hitting .364, no home runs, 3 RBIs. So he'll make his way into the box score tonight. And the box score is getting longer every at-bat here in the 10th inning. Extra innings in game 1 of a 3-game series is a college baseball coach's nightmare. As you run through your pitching staff very quickly early on. And that pitch down evens the count at 1-1. There's a line drive going to fall in front of Ty King Richards, and his throw to the plate not going to be in time. So run number 3 of the inning, 13th on the day for Belmont Abbey. Brennan Martin, who entered the game earlier as a pinch runner, stayed in left field, will get his first at bat of the night. That pitch down in the zone. Couple runners on for Belmont Abbey here in the 10th, 2 outs. And the runners are off with that pitch. Throw behind of the runner going into second and just not in time. So Posick attempting to get the trail runner. So now the Warriors ground ball in the infield to have to go across the diamond, no force play. There's a swing and a miss. There's a ground ball back behind Posick. Here in the 10th inning, the Deuces are now wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 22 at the plate. And this pitch fouled off, so Deuces will remain wild. A lot of crooked numbers out there on the scoreboard tonight. Typically a 13-10 game would be game 3 of the series. If this is any indication, we're in store for a pretty exciting Saturday. And potentially a lengthy Saturday. Full count now, 2 outs. Bond with a look in. And there's a ground ball out to third base. Asbel up. And the throw over to end the inning, but not before Belmont Abbey picks up 3 crucial runs. We'll come back in the bottom of the 10th. Warriors got to score 3 to tie. All right, fans, we are back here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. Warriors have 3 outs to score 3 to send this to the 11th, or 3 outs to score 4 and take home a Game 1 win. We'll shoot for the latter as Josh Asbel steps in.
After Asbel, DJ. That's if they put him, I don't know, with his ankle, if he's going to actually put him in. No, they're going to change it so he's after him. I wondered because DJ was walking pretty gingerly.
There's a big swing and a miss by Asbel. The fly ball lifted to left field. And that'll be the first out retired here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Zach O'Malley's going to pinch hit for DJ Ludwig. Kind of thought that might be the case after DJ was spiked covering first base on a bunt attempt. Got some action in the Belmont Abbey bullpen just in case. Warriors will need to score at least 3 runs to get back out there in the 11th. O'Malley takes the first pitch he sees for a strike. O'Malley not getting the call today. But he is hitting .410, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. One and one count now. 1 out. Warriors leading hitter at the plate. We'll see if O'Malley can extend it here. And that pitch down in the zone. So as we mentioned, Avery Short, the closer for the Crusaders, rather. He's entering his 3rd inning of pitching now. So Short being extended some tonight, which could be an advantage of the Warriors tomorrow. If he's extended here. Obviously hoping Southern Wesleyan can pick up a few runs and either extend the game or finish it off here with 4 runs in the 10th. And O'Malley's going to swing and miss, and going to be a drop 3rd strike just in time. Cliff Olmstead's going to make his way to the plate. Olmstead came in as a defensive replacement earlier in the game. Be his first at bat. He entered at first base, pushed Asbel over to 3rd. Cliff's been producing here as of late as well with some home runs. Got 4 home runs, 14 RBIs on the season. Warriors down in their final out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. The count. The junior college transfer. And he's going to keep this extended. Nope, it's going to stay up. So I thought that ball might get down, but it just stayed up. And that's going to be the 3rd and final out here in the 10th inning. So valiant effort by Southern Wesleyan Game went out and back with lead changes all night long. And that will finish us up here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. Belmont Abbey taking the 13-10 win in Game 1. As mentioned, we'll be back here tomorrow. First pitch, 1 o'clock. Pre-game festivities around 12:30. We'll catch up with you tomorrow night.